Y'all just ignore the background. I'm sitting in my basement waiting on my car to warm up, so I wanted to do another quick one. This was actually not on my calendar of Veda videos to film, but I just thought about it and I thought it would be a fun recap. So trends I noticed from let's start from 2020, because we already know the mid 2010s was a lot of like beauty and hair content and makeup content, and then that died down because I mean with the pandemic we're all sitting in the house, so who's putting on makeup, who's going out, who is worried about product reviews, like people are thinking about feeding your family, so that kind of content kind of died down. It's coming back again, like people are, especially on TikTok, but I just find myself uninterested. But 2020 and 2021 saw the rise of video essayists. They were already around, it's not like it was a new thing, but we saw a definite increase in video essayists, particularly women of color, particularly black women, and they were doing so well because the essays were talking about, you know, race and discrimination. It was very appropriate, very necessary. But by 2022, something started to change with the trends. Video essay was still like booming, but for me, I started to lose interest a little bit. And it's not that it's not important anymore. It's just that for one, things had started to open back up again. The pandemic was declared over, not really, but you know what I'm saying. Like the severity of it was dying down. Things were open. People were being called back to work. My God, I can't talk today. People were being called back to come to work, go back to the office, those who were working remotely. And I personally started to like lose interest and get bored because like that's what I was watching a lot of in 2020, 2021. So I started to get bored of it just because I was consuming too much of it, one. And two, I feel like it started to get diluted. And I feel like that's the pattern with a lot of brand new trends. Like it's hot for a little bit and everybody hops on because like they see it's profitable, and then like it becomes diluted. But then also in 2021 into 2022 though, there was a little bit of a crossover. I started to also see, gosh, I gotta change my hands, a rise in like toxic dating content, i.e. alpha male, there was beta male, and then we saw a lot of femininity content, which was like a reaction to those kinds of alpha male content. And that quickly died down and just caused like a gender war, which already existed, but it was very pronounced from 2021, 2022. The rise of, what's his name? Andrew Tate, and like, what's this other guy, this black guy who died 2 years ago? I forget his name. When I remember, I'll put it right. Samuel something. And then this other guy who cheated on his wife multiple times, Derek Jackson. Yeah. And then 2023, what was 2023? It was a precursor to what is happening right now. Like definitely there was a lot of like exposing videos and talking about what was happening in Hollywood. But yeah, I think I started to see a rise, I started to notice that kind of content at the end of 2022. It certainly was popping up a lot on my timeline. So this whole thing with Dan Schneider, I started to see videos about it like in late 2022. I think it's Keisha had made a video about it that I watched or something like that. If I remember the videos I watched, I will pop the thumbnails of those videos here. So I think it's Keisha and Sloan. I'd watch videos that they made about Dan Schneider like at the tail end of 2022 or something like that into 2023. So all of this that's popping up right now, it's not so new. And in 2024, well, it's been a wild ride so far. We're only in April and just a lot of things have happened. And for the record, this might be an unpopular opinion. Cat Williams did not predict all of these things. Cat Williams is in the industry. I'm sure he heard like talk about all of these things or heard whispers. So he wasn't a no. He saw it coming down the pipe, but he just couldn't like vocalize what was coming. That's why he just said there's going to be a lot of, is the year of truth, or is going to be a lot of exposure in 2023. Like he was probably already aware that people were filing lawsuits. So he didn't predict this. He knew it was coming down the pipe. And yeah, that's where we are in 2024. 4 months and it's wild already. So that's all I had to say, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm not sure what Veda day this is, but I'll see you in the next one.